Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyler, and welcome back to Scorpio Oxman Channel, your home for astrology information from yours truly, your friend, Scorpio Oxman, also known as Tyler. My name is Tyler, of course, as well. But of course, I go by Scorpio Oxman, as you know, for the channel, for the YouTube channel, of course. And thank you for tuning in again. So today we are talking about the spirit of the jellyfish in primal astrology. And that is about, as I've written here for you to see below. So those born on day of the jellyfish. Now, I can tell you this is a special one. This spirit animal, of the 144 different spirit animals in primal astrology, the jellyfish, they say that the jellyfish, if you put all the animals, all the spirit animals in one room, they say that the very one that would stand out more than any of them. Which one would stand out more than any of them? It's this one. And I do recall, um, I do recall something I read on the primalastrology.com website, but I have to explain a little bit of something to you first. Okay, there's something I have to explain a little bit first. What that is that the information that primalastrology.com gives, once in a while it gets rewritten. Okay, just like Wikipedia does. We all know that that is the case with Wikipedia, the website. Once in a while, information from that does get rewritten now and then and updated. Okay. So what I'm telling you is that's the same case for primalastrology.com. So they rewrite it. So I do remember some years back when I first read about the spirit of the jellyfish on primalastrology.com. One of the things it mentioned that it no longer mentions because it's been rewritten since, but I know for a fact that there was a sentence that said, those who are the spirit of the jellyfish, they are the two things that describe them best is that they are gigantic and colorful. Okay, so the two things about them, gigantic is one, and the other one is colorful. So uh, that's pretty amazing. That is an amazing description about them. Now, I again, uh, that quote is not on the page anymore because it's been rewritten since. Okay, so that's something I want to just explain. So when you go on the page on primalastrology.com and read about the jellyfish, you won't see that quote because it's not there anymore. Because the page has been updated and it's been rewritten. But I can tell you, but as I mentioned, that sentence was there some years back. But since then they've rewritten it. So that definitely makes a lot of sense for famous people in the world, such as Mel Gibson and Sylvester Stallone. There's another mega celebrity, which I could mention, uh, who who's also Spirit of the Jellyfish. I'll go ahead and scroll down here, and that is none other than George W. Bush. George W. Bush, who was the 43rd president of the United States, he too is born day of the jellyfish. As a matter of fact, this is something I should have pointed out right away, because those of you who may not be familiar with this, George W. Bush and Sylvester Stallone, they were born. Did you know that both of them were born on the exact same day? That's pretty amazing, eh? So again, Sylvester Stallone and George W. Bush, both of them were born on the exact same day, July the 6th, 1946. July the 6th, 1946. That was Day of the Jellyfish because there was a Virgo moon, and it was also Day of the Snake in Chinese astrology. That combination makes Day of the Jellyfish in Primal Astrology. Therefore, people born on that day are spirit of the jellyfish. So there you have it. So that's pretty amazing. The 43rd U.S. president and Sylvester Stallone, one of the biggest stars in Hollywood history, both born on the same day. Now, would you say that both of them, along with Mel Gibson, his birthday's in January. He's a different birth date from them, but again, still Day of the Jellyfish. Virgo moon and Day of Snake. That combination. Okay. So but Sylvester Stallone and George W. Bush, along with Mel Gibson, would you say that they're wherever they've gone and wherever they go, they do stand out as gigantic and colorful? Absolutely. You can't deny it. And so we're going to get to the page on the jellyfish and read about. And so, and again, as I explained about the reason why Day of the Jellyfish, Virgo moon, Day of Snake, again. So we're going to go down, and this is what it says currently. So I mentioned that, back in the day, it used to mention that those who are the jellyfish, they really stand out in a room more than any of them. And they are gigantic and colorful. Now, their spirit, their when their spirit resonates, like that, very colorful. And as you can see here, so this is what it says right now on the page of the info page of the jellyfish. And so as you can see, in darkness that surrounds them, they glow bright with radiant colors in a spectacular show that is unmatched in the animal kingdom. And it mentions along the way some of them are even gigantic. So that is so they re whoever writes or whoever people had rewritten the paragraphs on the primalastrology.com info page. And for the jellyfish especially, this is now what it says. So you see radiant colors right here and gigantic, obviously referring to the giants. Yeah, some are even giants. So it's like, okay, but that basically implies that of all the primal astrology spirit animals, this one stands out in a room the most, is basically what they're saying. Okay. So these celebrities, like you like basically what that means is like they're like more noticeable. You ever think that, oh, there's something about some people, it seems more noticeable than others. Like there's something about them that's like noticeable. You may not even know what it is. You don't know what it is. Well, now you know what it is. in my opinion. There's an explanation for everything in the world of astrology, in the world of the science, in the science of astrology. The science of astrology, it explains a lot, if not everything. I don't want to say that it will explain everything, because a lot of things about it are a mystery. But in general, you could see primal astrology, which is very deep, which is incredibly deep, looking at it.